Good times, sunshine, gonna be here in no time now. Bad times, gray skies, push them all away, turn them upside down. You're gonna break new ground, turn everything around. You're gonna live your life. There's a beautiful day headed your way. Keep your head up, you'll be okay. Beautiful day waiting for you. Just open your eyes, you'll see it's true. A beautiful
day. Welcome back to the Booga Box live stream. It's Thursday night, so we're on to our large project Thursday. Hope everybody's having a good Thursday. I want to thank everybody that's watching us live or watching us later. Thank you all for joining us. Don't forget to hit the like and the subscribes and all that good stuff. Finding us on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. So we're going to go ahead and get working on this. Got nothing done on it since last week, but got a lot of stuff accomplished, just nothing on this. But hopefully we'll keep it up, beat the best we can today. I will say it's just kind of been one of those days, these Thursdays here, all this year for the most part, have kind of blown and sucked, so this one kind of goes along with it. We'll just have to see what happens, but my son, he went to have his blood work on Tuesday. Since his transplant, he's got to go all the time for blood work and stuff, and things didn't come back right, I guess, so they called him today, and he's going to stay the night in the hospital and get a kidney biopsy done tomorrow. So that kind of blows, but we'll just kind of trying to hold off any super emotions till tomorrow. Find out what's going on at least. But yeah, he's going to stay overnight and do that. Hey Tara, good to see you. Glad you could drop in for a moment and say hey. I'm going to look at your links that you sent me here when we get done with the stream tonight, but like I said, I'm going to try to keep it upbeat. That kind of sucks, you know. I feel sorry for him. He's been dealing with this for, what, 7 years now? 6, 7 years? I can't even remember. Basically all his 20s. But, he went into kidney failure right when he turned, right before he turned 21, I guess. And he's getting ready to turn 28. So got his transplant about 2.5 years ago. Things were looking good. Oh, this is for our son. Yeah, he blood work didn't look good after, you know. Like I said, he's about 2.5 years into his transplant, and was doing pretty good. I don't know what's up now. Like I said, hopefully it's just something screwed up. We'll find out more by tomorrow. So he's been feeling okay. I mean, he's been doing his normal things. So yeah, that's our son. We'll see more tomorrow. Like I said, it sucked knowing today. You know, he just woke up, get a call saying, yeah, you need to come get admitted to the hospital so we can do a biopsy and see what's going on in there. So we'll see what happens by tomorrow. So it hasn't made it an enjoyable Thursday, let's say the least. Time I had planned on getting into this today kind of got overtaken by that. So alright, I need to get on to a different topic, something different. Well, Tara here. Thank you. Sending out prayers, thank you. She sent me some links for some... I had some Reveillees years ago that they sucked. And I hated them, and I hadn't really worked with them since, but I keep seeing all kinds of neat things that people have made with them, and I'm like, man, I just need to find a place where I can get some. And I don't want to buy just one or two, because if I'm going to have them, I want to have them. I like, if I find something I like, I want to be able to keep making them, type thing. I hate, sometimes that's what one of the things I do hate about my laser stuff. Sometimes I'll find some things that are really nice. People like them. They're nice and easy to laser etch up and all that. But then can't find them again. It's like they disappeared. Nobody sells them anymore. And it's like, ugh. So it's kind of like with the Reveille there. I want to kind of, or however you pronounce it. I want to get enough where I can have them for a little while, something to play with, play around. I've actually got a few different ideas now that I might have a source to find some. Like I said, I want to thank you, Tara, for giving me that link. And I've just been hesitant to buy any more since I bought those a while back that just really weren't good at all. So they were all scratched up. Looked more plasticky than crystal-y. I did not care for them at all. But oh, are you still here, Tara? I need to go look at the board over there and see if you guys have opened up the packages yet. I'm gonna have to add that into the funness coming up here soon. Like I said, I got all the DVDs I got to get worked up, and I was hoping to finish up that other graphic today, but it's just been a day, so. I'll send you the higher end link now, also. Cool. Yeah, that will definitely be helpful and nice, and give me some different. I'm going to want several sizes. I won't be happy with just one. That's like going to TRL and buying 1/4 inch rings in all kinds of colors, but that's it. I need something a little more than 1/4 inch. I need like every size, every color. Something so I can play. Oh, I forgot to turn up the background. Okay. I gotta remember that. Somehow I need to get it worked in so it's automatically done. Been doing this for a year, thinking I would do that by now. I'm the same way, yeah. Well, I want to be able to play. Sometimes, I don't get as often to be able to just sit down and kind of play with rings. I did actually, I guess probably 3 times in the last couple weeks, I did sit down and play and test. I've got a pile of things over here that I've been playing with, trying different things, grabbing different rings. Mostly I've just been using some rings that I've kind of had out, but trying different things with them, with all the other projects I've got going on to the side here. The only reason I'm up so I can take a shower, and I know that's too much. I'll be back. Okay, Tara. I do thank you for stopping in and saying hey. I needed to laugh. That was good. But hopefully we'll get some more done on this. I need to mark off that row, actually. So we're now on to row 147. So that takes us up to 14,600 rings. 14,600 rings so far. You will see me again because I hardly ever check my Facebook and come to the live show, so I clicked on it. Sweet, cool. Well, I'm glad you're getting little messages. I always wonder sometimes of how they show up and when they show up, and just because of some of the other streams I follow, like Sean's over at Mailworks and stuff. Some days I get it right when he kind of starts up. Some days I'll get it like 10 minutes in, And then there's other days I'll finally get a notice, you know, when it's practically over. So I always wonder how mine show up on people's walls from time to time. But then I got a concert tomorrow night. They got contests going on, state contests, large ensemble, so it'll be somewhat quick because it'll just be them playing their two pieces. But, you know, there's always the shuffle of new bands every, 20 minutes coming up on the stage, so. My mind wants to attend, but my body just won't cooperate. That's cool. Like I said, I'm just glad you were able to drop in and say hey. It's good to see you. It probably is not my best night anyway. Like I said, I wasn't even sure if I was going to do the stream tonight, but I was like, I need to do it. I mean, it'll actually give me a little breakaway from my brain. Sit here because I've actually done no chainmail today whatsoever. I didn't have any orders, so, but I've got several of the side projects that I've been working on, and I just hadn't touched any rings today, so it's kind of nice to get over here and actually do some rings. So, just so many other things going on. The daughter has I'm not sure what today brung of the squirrel, but there's a baby squirrel and a daughter, a super baby squirrel, over at my daughter's house who was squawking at her front door and tried running in when she opened the door, and she got a bucket and picked it up, and it has taken to her. It cuddles up on her, and it's like a wild squirrel. She tried to let it go back outside. It goes out, plays around for a little bit, but then I guess comes back to the door. Just starts squawking, wanting back in, and so it comes in to sleep. I bet your streaming will make you feel better. I'm hoping so. I mean, it kind of has in a way already. Like I said, I'm thinking about it a little bit, but to put my mind into other places. Yeah, I don't know what she did with the squirrel today. She was going to take it down. We got a wild animal sanctuary place down in town here that actually I had to take a couple super baby rabbits. We're talking like maybe 4 or 5 days old baby rabbits down to it because their mother disappeared. She was going to take it down there, but like I said, I'm not sure what happened with today's things. Too many other things going on that I hadn't thought about. You want a raccoon like that? Yeah, I mean, it's cool and cute to see and everything. And I mean, I've seen people that have taken in squirrels and everything like that too. So I mean, but it's like, child, you're my oldest daughter, but sometimes you got 4 of your own little kids. I can eat a baby squirrel. I mean, I would want the baby squirrel to be safe. Don't get me wrong. I love my little squirrels. I'm getting older, so I like watching my squirrels run around outside. But, yeah. It just likes to curl up and walk up and down. I don't know. Hard to say, but, Mom might have got hurt or something. It might have got lost. Who knows? Oh yeah, Dad, that makes perfect sense. Somebody's got to be the grown up, and I'm certainly not the one. Well, I probably would have taken it in too. She said it looked hurt at first, so I kind of wondered if maybe it had fallen out of its nest. But I don't think she has any real tall trees or nested in any of her trees in her yard. Not that I remember seeing anyway, but I mean, I would have been the same way, but I would have taken the next day down to the thing. It's like, But I mean, again, when I was younger and her age too, I took in all kinds of weird things, and well, and they just got a turtle too. So literally, like last week, some point, they got a turtle named Squirtle. Yeah, I think that was what its name was. So, tomorrow is laser day, but I don't know. I've got a few things that I have to do that I will get done. I did have several plans for doing some testing on some more things. I got these lighters and stuff I want to get tested up. But, oh, let me double check here. Yeah, okay. But we'll see what tomorrow ends up bringing. But otherwise, I should be able to leave this on the bench again. And I thought I was going to last weekend, but some other things ended up overtaking the bench. And I'm got the camera pretty much ready to go at any point in time, I'm hoping. So it'll be nice and easy to come over and get in a few sessions, get a few rows done here and there. Get more advanced on this thing and further along. I'm so ready to start on my next one. Even though, you know, it's still a inlay. I've been itching at getting this other one started that I was hoping for sure I'd be started by now. So we're going to, I'm going to get a push on this thing, get it done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think this is the last row that has any H in it, because we've already got part of the C going at the top. Yeah, I'll stretch it out here at the end. It's such kind of a pain in the butt in a way to stretch it out. Yeah, one white. I like to either do it at the beginning of the stream or the end of the stream, but you can always come back and watch the video later and just kind of, you know, fast forward to the end and check out. I'll get it out there. Not much different than last week, though, I will be honest, just because, you know. And then 10 more. I haven't got much work been able to done on it as much as I would want to, anyway. But, like I said, I've got all the video I'm working on, too. I've started with the easy video, the events where I only had one camera going. I'm going to go start my morning. Alright, Tara, thanks for joining in. Hope you have a good day, night. I know it's your day, but it's overnight, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, I didn't get any video in done today, but I'm getting in about an hour to 2 every day. That's getting things along on that front. Still need to make my outside cover and finish up the one DVD cover. That I should be able to finish up if I can just kind of get into it and get my mind straight and wrap around it and get it done. And I'll get those printed up this weekend, have those ready. And then I've got this concert, and then it's the 20-something, about 2.5 weeks till their final concert of the year. So after that, pretty much done. I just have to finalize stuff up. And then, you know, being the concert's actually fairly early, I believe, this year compared to normal. I don't know actually when graduation is. I'm not having a kid in school anymore, like I said. I never hear about graduations and blah, 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 blah. But, yeah, the first many years I did it, I'd always end up pulling those overnighters after the last concert because I needed to get it done. Because graduation was within like the next week or so, or at least last time you'd see seniors too. So I always like to kind of get them out there, and I haven't had to do that in probably the last 8 years, which has been nice. But I've also had better computers since then. That also helps for sure. Faster processing time, especially after our last concert. You come home and I'm just working for hours getting the video converted so I can get it ready for the DVDs and start burning up DVDs. Alright, so it was got that one. And then got that one. So it's more one. I don't remember seeing that. Oh, I guess so. I had to relook at the picture again. I was like, that doesn't seem right, but it is. It's normally always me wrong. I should just trust it. Try to pull this closer to me. I'm starting noticing my hat showing up. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. In here. 12, 13. Okay. So I didn't mention it again last night, but I did wear a different hat last night. I meant to say what it was. I'm just glad I remembered to change out the hat. Last night was my old, an old bland marching hat that I got from my old director when I went back helping. And I guess it's probably about 10, 11 years old now. I've got another one too that she gave me that I'll be sporting at some point, but the other one that she actually gave me first, because I was being there helping out doing band camps and all that stuff. And then, hey Janice, good to see you. Glad you could drop in, say hey. Hope you're having a good night. But yeah, I kept wearing an MU hat, and I think she got tired of seeing my MU hat. She went to a different Missouri college, so I was like, that's alright, you know. I just kind of have hats, whatever hat fits. Yeah, but I hope you're having a good night there, Janice. I didn't miss you over anywhere else, did I? I know I missed you one night over on the Facebook. Been trying to check it more often, but seems like most of my comments on the Facebook side come after I'm done. Let's see here if we're yeah, we're 14,600 rings. 14,600 rings so far into this project. Been working on it for a little while, for sure. Been many times and it's basically about half the size of my jersey. My jersey was a little over 40,000 rings. This will be 20,000 rings. I only got this notification out. I don't get the one on Facebook, but I do catch you. I'm doing great, getting ready to move to Endora. Cool. Glad to hear you're doing good. I wasn't sure when I first got your notification for Janice. I was like, I wonder if she got hacked, because you know you kind of sometimes get that where if somebody got hacked, you get another request from them. I was like, no, this looks a little different. So I was like, well, okay. And then it turned out to be a good one, so I was like, I'm glad I okayed that one. A lot of times I don't okay ones that I already have, but Endora, how far away is Endora anyway? I'm trying to remember. I know I've been there several times, but it's been a while. So on the 2 white. So now the sea will start popping out here a little more now that we're going to start getting into the red guts of it. Yeah, I had a bracelet. Is it still sitting over there? When I got done with it, we worked on it last Wednesday. I was like, this would be a bracelet Janice would like. Because it was kind of had the Seahawks colors in it in a way. To me, as soon as I got done and kind of held it out there, I was like, this is Seahawks bracelet. I'll have to cut this out of the other video, but a little lime green with some blue in there. Yes, I did, but got it all taken care of, and I hope this one is more private. Cool. Yeah, I was kind of wondering at first, but like I said, I was like, you know, this doesn't seem like some of those normal ones you get, so What do I need here? 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. You got a lot of double stacks here. You really like that one? Yeah, that's a Turkish round male. It came out really nice. I like the color combination actually came out pretty good. I don't know why. Well, actually I do. I had one of the colors already out. I had the lime already out for another thing I was working on. And so instead of having to get out more colors to go with it, I was like, oh, I'll just grab blue because I had it open because I was actually putting up my red and royal blues right there. So I just grabbed it and went with it. But I've done that style bracelet in a couple different colors, couple different ring sizes. Oh, I got a thingy pop. Oh, okay. It's in my way. I can't see my text chats. There we go. But yeah, I did a dark rose frost version going that's in a smaller ring size, so it's a little bit smaller around. I did one in square rings. It's a little bit thicker. Finishing up a tri-colored one. And I've got a half of a stretchy, but it's too far over there. I'd have to get up, and I don't want to get up. I'm comfortably sitting in my chair, trying to keep my head out of camera. Yeah, but when I was building it, got done with it, like I said, first thing I thought was, hey, Janice. It's Seattle Seahawks kind of colors. Not exactly, but it reminded me of the Seahawks, which made me think of you. Let's see here. I haven't even looked to make sure I'm doing okay on. Yeah, I'm at 0% drop, so that's good. Again, another good internet night by the looks of it. And we're almost 30 minutes in, so I do want to do my little halfway deals, halfway through, well, minimum of halfway through our stream. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to give the share and likes and all that good stuff. You can find us over on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I need to check us out on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. When we stream, there could be occasional others here and there. Like I said, hadn't happened lately, but I have a feeling once we get more into the summer and things have died down from all the band and school stuff that I do, I think it'll kind of, even back out where I'll have a little more time, and I'll probably have a little more streaming time here. So, alright, let's get those marked off. We're almost done with this row. Like I said, there's 100 rings wide in this piece. It'll be 202 rings tall. So multiply that out, and you get a little over I think it's 20,200 rings. So definitely, I would have, yeah. This will actually be, the jersey had more rings in it, but it is a jersey. But it is also an inlay. But I guess as it is now, this will actually be the largest inlay that I've done. The Chiefs flag inlay had 15,000 and something rings in it. The Mahomes portrait was, I want to say 14. And for some reason 13 is sticking in my head. 13 to 14,000. So this one at 20,000 will be definitely by far the largest inlay, at least partial. Like I said, all these pieces will eventually come together to make one giant piece. But I'm doing them in sections. I figured it'd be easier that way, and more to show off, and doing them in little sections. I could have done it where I basically built the whole thing one row at a time, however many rows wide it'll be, but then you wouldn't see anything for the longest of times. Plus, I want to have pieces to show off, and I have had people inquire about buying the pieces of it, and I'm like, I'm more than willing to sell out the pieces, you know. If I was to sell a portrait pictured one, I would pick a different portrait to replace to go into this piece that I'm working on. End zones I'd still remake, but I mean, to be the same. Most inlays I don't want to repeat the same inlay, so I don't really want to, you know, the smaller things I've done the music staffs and stuff like that, but that's a little different. If I'm doing a portrait inlay, I really only wanted to do that one portrait picture of them. I don't want to. I could redo it. I've got all the everything ready to do another picture exactly the same, but I'd rather pick a different picture. And I do have. When I decided on everything, when I did decided to work on this, I picked out pictures, and I had multiple pictures of. Like I said, I'm gonna have 5 portrait pictures in this. When everything's said and done, and I picked out the pictures from those 5 during that time frame, and I've got a couple pictures to use because it is all based off the 2020 season Super Bowl. So as it stands now, one of the people that's going to be on it is no longer on the team. Might be a little surprising in a way which one that might be, but you'll just have to wait and see. I guess it's going to be a little while, but basically, well, no, I don't want to say that because that will actually give one of the others away. I don't want to give it away too soon. Remember to look at your finished work and buy. On Facebook, if you look through any of the pictures, you find something in there that you like, you just contact me through Facebook. I've actually talked about it. Half my customers actually are PayPal customers where they didn't use my website, but you can go to my website too, boogamail.com. It's linked down on my Facebook page here. I don't have everything even listed on that because it is time consuming to get everything listed, so that's where a lot of people contact me on the sides going, hey, I see this piece on Facebook, but not on your website. Do you have it? Yeah, no problem. So, but yeah, boogamail.com. Like I said, it's linked on Facebook. I've got several things in there and some other, you know, I'm trying to do some more things to it, but I'm trying to debate here. I was talking about it maybe Monday night about updating my web store with a different platform, which means a lot of changing, which will suck, but I'm testing out a couple others that if I like them and they're easier to use, I might go that route anyway. Because the biggest part of setting up on my website is just all the options. You have to go through the back end so much and set up all these other options that sometimes those options are only available for, it's not like I can use that same option for multiple different items. There are a few that I can, but then you kind of get regulated in some areas, so that kind of makes it a little to get set up fully. I can spend 3-4 hours just setting up back end option settings before I can even put the product into the store. So that's what kind of sucks on that, but like I said, I'll find anything you ever want and stuff like that. Just contact me. And I tell people too, you know, find it on the website still, and you contact me through Facebook and stuff, depending on what you're getting, where you're located and stuff. On the website, you're kind of locked into certain shipping prices and all that. And if you're local, I do have that option on there, but, you know, I can normally get you better shipping options when I'm talking to you directly and know exactly what you're wanting and how you want to get it and all that. So I like to kind of deal with everybody more of a one-on-one, even people that have ordered, several people like Tara here that was here earlier. She was actually a customer that ordered on the website, and I contacted her after the sale to make sure we had everything right. We had a few issues with what she was wanting to order compared to what she did order. But, you know, that was making that personal contact, made sure everything was correct, make sure everything was good, and we've got everything straightened out. And she's been back, and we've been friends since, so... Whatever you see, whatever you like, even if it's something else you've seen other places, there are a lot of things. I don't even have pictures up on Facebook of things that I've done because I'm so behind in my pictures, it's unbelievable. Since starting the stream, I've gotten even worse on getting pictures. I'll get quick snaps on the phone, but they're just, you know, kind of not necessarily crappy bench pics, but, you know, I like to get them outside sometimes. I like to get a little set up. I think my daughter, my youngest, spoiled me because there for several years, she was doing my pictures for me. So I'd just make stuff, and it was like, all right, here's a pile of stuff, go get me pictures. And it was nice. I mean, she would spend hours upon hours getting me some good pictures. Most of the pictures on the website are things that she's done for me. And now she's getting older, doing her own thing. I don't have her sitting around all the time, can do pictures for me, so I've been trying to get into a better rhythm of getting my own pictures, but I still have a problem. I don't know. And so far since January, I've actually sent out 8 things that I forgot to get pictures of that are not necessarily one of a kind per se, but I don't have any pictures of them. Because one of them was like, I was sent a picture, can you do something like this? I was like, okay, yeah, no problem. And, you know, and then I forget to get a picture because when I get done with the piece, I'm so excited. I'm like, all right, man, it's great. I take a quick a bench pic of it. Like I said, that's normally something I send out in an email when I'm completed with somebody's order. I'll take pictures of it, make sure it's the right colors and everything they're looking for before we start getting into shipping it out. But I'm so happy with getting it there. And once I get that bench pic out, and they're like, yeah, it looks great, I can't wait for it, blah, 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 I throw it in a box, get it shipped out, and I totally forget to go get a good pic. I am awful at that. I will admit that. Like I said, I missed eight things so far this year that were more, like I said, not necessarily one of a kind, but pretty close to it. And then the others weren't no biggie, you know, all the other orders, because, you know, I've got a ton of Byzantine pictures of Byzantine in so many different colors and weaves, or colors and sizes. It's crazy, so, you know, I normally don't take pictures of those anymore. If I do anything a little weird with it, I did a few playing around with it. Yeah, those are put up a few weeks ago, well, maybe a month or 2 ago now, but, you know, I might goof around with it some, but other things, you know, that was like this Turkish round mail that I just showed. I had done it somewhere in the past because I know how to build it, but when I started looking through all my stuff and all my pictures, I haven't really literally built a piece for my own stock of stuff, got a picture of it or anything, so I don't even know what I built it, when, what for, but I knew how to build it, so that was extremely strange too, because I just don't ever remember building a piece, which is kind of odd in itself, because I don't remember every detail of every piece I build, but it is kind of strange. I had a piece on the last year that was actually built like 5 years ago now. And they bought it and everything when they brought it up and we were looking at it, and I was like, I don't remember the day or anything like that, but I can tell you what the bench looked like when I built that piece. I know where the bench was. Since I started the business, my bench has been in 3 different spots, so I know which spot it was. I know which half of the bench I was working on at the time. It's kind of weird. Almost every piece is like that, though. But sometimes when you spend an hour or 2 with a piece or more, some things get etched into your brain. I've already had a few weird dreams of this piece. More so that I kept being mad at myself that I'm not done yet. Alright, I forgot that. We were done with that row and I hadn't marked it off yet. Alright, so we're here. 2 white, 9 red. Oh, don't roll away. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 10. I only need 9 though, duh. So, another line, then we'll start actually seeing the bottom of the C start coming into play. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm ready to get into the next one. I mean, I've been working on this a while, and I'm enjoying it still. But the next one's going to have, what do I have in that? Like 12 different colors. It's a portrait style, so in a way, those are a little bit funner because they take a bit longer because you're not having long runs of the same color where you don't have to worry about counting. Unlike doing a portrait picture, sometimes it's like, you know, one of this color, one of the next, 2 of this. Sometimes back and forth between these 2 colors, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1. Which does take it a little bit longer, but, you know, I was happy with my first portrait picture, so I'm ready to do another one. Hopefully, the Mahomes portrait picture wasn't a fluke. I'll be honest, that since that was my first portrait inlay that I'd done, I was honestly really scared about doing that one. Since the first inlay I ever did. The first inlay was a little daunting because you're just like, oh, so many rings, so many, you know. After, you know, I was scared at first, then it became fine. But doing the portrait one, I was like, man, I hope this comes out good. I'm going to hate spending all these hours and 14,000 rings, and it comes out looking like a, you know, goofy cartoon or something. And it ended up coming out good, and I'm like, I was so happy with it. But now I am afraid of doing another one in a way, because was it a fluke? Did I cross my T's and I's and get it right and know what I'm doing? Or was it, you know, a crazy fluke that it came together and worked? But that will be decided, I guess, after the next inlay. Will it work or will it not? Should I put my tail between my legs and go home or continue? I have hope, though. I do have hope. Oh, I see you finally took my chair there, kitty kitty. He only gets my good chair now during stream time, so I think he's waiting for that time now. Is he streaming yet? I get my chair. Get the chair, get the chair, get the chair. Is that my video glitching? Hopefully it's just, again, my laptop. I'm not seeing anything on my desktop showing any kind of weirdness, but my laptop is kind of glitching, but it seems to do that on occasion. It's not a very powerful laptop there, you know. It's just there. It does job. Get her done. Let's see here. That was 9, and I got down to the 2. So now 13 green. Here shortly, I won't have to worry about counting so much, but let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. Because this would have been the start of our bottom of our C, I guess. Because that was the end of the H, yeah. I haven't pulled out anything yet for Monday night to test and see if I'm going to be able to make the tic-tac-toe board into a bag by itself without having to add anything to it. It's sitting on the other side of the bench here, so I'm hoping I can get to that this weekend and give it a quick test to see what I want to do. Last night, worked on the stainless steel flat box weave bracelet that I'm making for myself, which does remind me, I had went with a different latch clasp. Totally forgot I got the ones from Mailworks, Sean over at Mailworks, and it was like, this is about the same width, it fit perfectly, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go with it. But I went to tumble it last night, put it in the tumbler, and I can't find my stainless steel shot anywhere. I was like, because I have a 2-barrel and a 1-barrel tumbler. I use interchangeable, whatever. I use the 3 different barrels, but I have 1 barrel that I use stainless steel shot in, 1 barrel that I use for my walnut shell mix, and then one's kind of open. Sometimes I'll use it to clean up oils off rings that I cut myself, kind of whatever. So it's multi-purpose. All 3 barrels were empty. I found my box that had the container that had my walnut shell mix in it, and that was it. I couldn't find my stainless steel shot. So that is one thing I actually did try to do today, look around for it. I probably spent a good 45 minutes digging around going, man, I haven't used it since I moved everything around, so it's one of the other things that are now in my list of missing items since the move. I didn't think it would be that bad, but I did make some major changes to some things, but still. So I'm not able to tumble that piece yet. So I don't even know if I'll get into welding it this weekend or not. Which I didn't know if I was going to hold off welding until Wednesday night anyway and show the welding portion of that bracelet, but I gotta find the stainless steel shot though, so I can give it a clean up and get the burrs off and everything before I go to welding it up. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do there. I mean, I could get more stainless steel shot, probably needed to anyway, but I mean, I have enough that I can fill 2 barrels if need be. That's the single barrel I'll use for either walnut or stainless steel shot, depending on what I need. Tumbled at the time. So I'm on to the... Okay, I guess that's right. It says it's right, so I'm going to believe it again. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Right? 4, 8, 9. So this must be the first part of the seat. I don't... Let me look at the picture here. I guess that won't take it all the way down, so I guess that is right. Just, again, looks weird to me until it starts getting into play, and then further along you get, you start going, yeah, it was right. I should just listen to it. Like I said, I spent, I don't know, probably 5-6 hours working on the graphic for this before I actually got it into a form that I could use to then manipulate how all this and the picture and everything like that. That's normally the hardest part when it comes to an inlay anymore. Pretty confident after that point, other than this next portrait one. I'll feel better once I've done my second portrait picture. There, like I said, I've got 5 in this I want to do, and I've actually got 3 others that I want to do that are portrait styled eventually. But as it stands now, with how long an inlay takes, if you're watching us in 2027, we will be on to the 7th portrait picture. Well, that would be 6 more in 5 years. Yeah, okay. So let's meet it back up in 2032. How about that? That gives me 10 years. And I will be 60. Trying to weave mail at 60. That's when I'll be wanting everything to be 20 gauge. 20 gauge 1-inch rings that bend in the wind. Man, that would be some weird flimsy looking rings. Probably make Euro, you know, like a 20-in-1 out of it. Quick looks around where we're at here at 50 minutes, so we still got more time, which is cool. let's see here. 1113 green, which would add on, so that makes sense. Alright. Getting in down to the no counting spots. Starting to get a little low on some of my colors. I'm gonna open them up and clean as needed. Because I know I got a few extra bags, so I don't want to open up all the bags I've got. I think it was my red. My red count when I come out was like 4 rings over whatever bag ring, however many bags I needed. If it was 15 bags, I needed like 15 bags and 3 rings. Normally I'd end up, I need, let's say 15 bags and, 100 rings. So it's like, okay, no problem, add on the extra bag. At that point, But then I also have a problem around the 70 mark. If I'm 70, like, do I want to say shy of what my ring count is compared to what a ring count is per bag? Because I also add in 10% of bad rings just in case. I have never had a bag with 10% bad rings in it. I'll take that back. I've had that one purple bag that had cut marks on every ring, same spot, about 1 millimeter away from the closure. About 3 bags of those things, and all 3 were bad. But normally you're always going to have some bad rings in a bag, They weigh them on, measure them out by weight, so you're going to have some bad rings, and that's all fine. So normally I always out on 10% to my ring counts on everything just to play it safe. Because I surely don't want to get down to it and I'm 5 rings short. No! Because you never know if you're going to get the same batch colored rings. That's the biggest thing about chainmail that does blow. Just being every different batch of rings they make, be it size and or different part of the year, when they make up, they run out of green of this size, they'll make up more, which is all fine, but it doesn't match up exactly. Unless it's ran at the same time in the same batch and all that, you'll get the same color. Otherwise, there can be a variety of shading between them. And most times it's not too bad. Sometimes it's just you just can't use them. I have a hard time making. I need to order some more and see if it's gotten fixed up or not. But I've sold several purple dragons, and people seem to like them though. But on the tail, I do an inverted round chainmail capture at first, and then goes down and gets smaller and smaller on the tail part of it. But each time I change size of rings to make it graduated on the tail, the color was majorly different. So it almost looked like a tiger stripe going down his tail, because it was like a deep, nice purple, a little lighter of a purple, a medium purple, a dark purple. That's one thing I do hate about anodized aluminum when it comes to doing anything in a graduated style. I love doing some things in graduated styles, necklaces and stuff, when you're using the same weave, but you're using different ring sizes to make it get bigger and smaller. And they look really good, but you can't do it as much with anodized aluminum. You can do it with, actually you can do it with titanium and niobium too, but stainless steel. Stainless steel, copper, and all that, where there's no color involved, no problem, easy to do. Titanium, niobium, you can anodize yourself, so you get the rings in the sizes you need, then you can anodize them at that point, and anodize those at the same time, so then you get the exact color matching. So that is a positive on that side. I actually haven't done that. I've anodized my own rings and scales, but I haven't actually done it in multiple sizes to do a graduated piece yet. I'm going to have to add that to my list of stuff. I'm enjoying doing the anodizing now that it's, especially, I've done probably more anodizing this year. Again, I don't have any pictures of anything. I haven't really done anything super special other than just doing some coloring. But having it so easily available since I moved everything around, it's made it nicer. And I just need to get some more titanium and niobium, but it is not cheap stuff. I'd love to be able to only work in that. Those three in stainless steel would be nice. And there's things about anodized aluminum, though, that I would miss, also. But I like working in all the materials. They've all been pretty good to me. All kind of... Seems like everything does have a little bit of a plus or a minus to it, so... I've worked in a lot of rings. The only thing I really haven't used... I guess I still haven't done an arginium. I've done fine silver and a lot of sterling silver. Well, I actually done more fine silver than sterling. But I haven't used any arginium silver, and I haven't used any type of gold-filled with real gold. Gold filled for chainmail is normally a gold tube filled with, I'm not even sure what I fill it with, but it's a thick, basically, tube of gold. So it's just not like a gold plating. You get a gold tube. And it's not cheap, but they fill it with something else to help bring down the price, and then they do have solid gold ones, but then you get even pricier, so you can imagine. I'd love to be able to do something like that one day, though. I do want to... I guess I don't have quite enough yet. I'm looking over at some of my sterling, or my fine silver. That's why I want to get some arginium silver. I want to do some pieces that I weld up and stuff, but I want to have a little showcase area of sterling silver, or not sterling, but fine silver, arginium silver. I might add in some sterling. I mean, I have worked with it. I just didn't like the sterling that I had. I made up the wife a couple things in the sterling, and they come out really good, but you've got to clean them so often. The fine silver still needs cleaning, but not nearly as much as the sterling. So I want to try the arginium. I've heard it needs less cleaning to keep it looking good. So I was trying to get some at Christmas time, but things got so hectic again that I ended up not finishing up the order, and then I totally lost what I was wanting to get. And so I need to go back and redo all that, but so many other projects too, the never-ending list of projects. And like I said, there's a lot of them that I can't really do on streams because they're, other people's work. I'll end up buying the tutorial eventually, but I normally make it without the tutorial. Once I make it and I'm comfortable with it and want to sell it, I'll buy the tutorial, see how close I was with what I came up with. Sometimes I'm pretty close, sometimes I've been way off, and in a way built something totally different than what they had. So, but I've got several of those that well, and some of them I don't even know if there's actual tutorials or not. Like I said, I've got a folder on my computer of pictures that I've just saved through the years. I see a piece and go, hey, I like that. Right click, save as, drop in folder or chainmail. Random chainmail pictures is what the folder is called. And I don't even know how many pictures are in there now. I mean, it's a huge thing. I mean, I scroll through it going, okay. At one point in time, it was like, man, I'm never going to get all this. Now, when I scroll through these pictures, I'm like, did it. Felt like, if you ever watch Big Bang Theory and they're looking through the comic books, got it. That's what I feel like sometimes looking through the pictures anymore. Did it. I've done that one. And I'm half tempted to go through that folder now and separate them into done and not done folder. Just so I don't have to scroll through so many that I've done. So when I'm looking for something new to do, I don't have to scroll through them anymore. Because that's what's taking more of the time anymore, looking through all those pictures, just because I got so many. And then I found my list that I had written down of things, and some of them I don't have pictures of, and I need to relook those up. Some of them were from, 8 years ago or so. There's a lot of stuff when I started realizing, hey, I've been doing this chainmail stuff, but there's price stuff online. Never dawned on me. I've been on Facebook for years, online for many, many more years. Never once thought about typing in chainmail online. Not once. And it finally dawned on me to do that. And the world like opened up going, oh, wow. My little brain was not prepared for what I was getting ready to see. And then it took off like a rocket ship after that to where we are now. Where are we at here? Oh, we're at our hour, it looks like. 59 minutes, 40 seconds. So I'm going to finish up this row. We're going to come back just a bit, like I said in past episodes here, that I found that I don't like stopping and at the end of the line anymore. I find it more comforting to not. If I'm doing a smaller piece, I will still do end on a line, but I found out the bigger the piece is, the more apt I am to like starting and stopping at the more just at the beginning or end of a row. You know, stop before I get there or come in a little bit further on the next row to mark everything off. I feel more comfortable in doing it that way, but that's me. Everybody's going to have their own little weird idiosyncrasies or whatever you want to call them. Just something I've kind of, in a way, recently. I mean, I've been only, in doing major inlays for about 3 years now, so about the last year is kind of some of these little things I've been like, okay, done enough. This one might help on this. Let me try it. If it works, I go with it. If it doesn't, go back to what I was doing, or I'll stick with it because it really didn't change anything, or I'll try something new later on. Who knows? Like I said, sometimes when I'm working on some of these pieces, I count out. Instead of having to count out rings, I'll put in a stop ring. I talked about a stop ring a lot when I was doing the Chiefs inlay, Chiefs flag inlay, because I knew where I needed to stop when it came to the shape of the arrowhead that was in it. So I could just put a hanger right there going, okay, I'm just running red up to that point. So I didn't have to count out 40, 50 rings at a time sometimes. Anytime I have to count out over 20 to 30. Oh, excuse me. If I can find a way of putting a stop ring in, I'd rather do it that way. It's just quicker and easier. So, alright. So we're back into this next row, which will be row 149. So we're now 14,800 rings into it. So we've gotten in a little over 200 rings tonight, which isn't bad. Normally, 4 and 1, I can do about, averages out to about 13 seconds a ring. There are some that, might be 10, but there's going to be some that are 15 sometimes. So, on average, European 4 and 1, I normally do at about like I said, 13 seconds per ring, average. So, that's normally how I calculate how I think a project's going to take on time. When I first start doing it, sometimes that changes, And it's different if you're using a different weave. If you're using European 6 and 1, it's going to be a different count, a different time per ring, just because of the way you have to weave it. 4 and 1's a pretty simple one. I've gotten so used to doing them for the years, I know how to kind of just have it lay down and hook it up and go. 6 and 1, it's a little different. And if you're going with something even different, if you're doing, we won't talk about Morris rows. I love Morris rows, don't get me wrong, but oh man, is that a booger. It still gives me problems. I have figured it out, but Lisa can pop that stuff out and just, it's in her brain. It's hardwired into her brain that she can just look at something and know the color is needed here for this and that. And I'm like, She's working on she might have, I don't know if she's finished that up or not. She's been working on a Morris Rose inlay. I think she's done one before too. Of, I can't even remember what the picture is of now. The one she's doing, was it the girl in the flower picture? I don't remember. But man, it's just freaking awesome. I'm like, I like doing inlays. I'll do them in a Japanese weave. I'll do them in a 4 and 1. I'll do them in a 6 and 1. In different ring sizes, but I don't know if I'd ever want to do an inlay in Morris Rose. So, let's see here. That puts us right there. Mark this off. So we're on to row 149. We're going to go ahead and call it quits for tonight. I think we're into our hour and 5 minutes, so not bad. I do want to get back to doing some longer ones. There's just still, I've got so much still going on. I've still got so much I'm trying to get organized in this house and things, you know. Just with everything going on with the family, you know. Wife's got her own health issues, so I've got a lot on my plate every day to do. So try to do what I can, kick through it best I can. So, but anyway, I do want to thank everybody. While I'm doing my ending spiel, I'll put this out. I about forgot, in case somebody wants to come back and watch it. I do want to thank everybody that comes and joins us, watches us, checks us out. I do appreciate everybody that stops by. If I ever forget to say anything or miss a post from you, I totally apologize. I like to kind of get out to everybody and say hey there, you know, and all that. So I do appreciate it. Don't forget to give us shares and likes. Find us on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. My inside, I probably need a little bit more this way. That was one thing. There's a video I need to probably mark today when I was stretching out the Mahomes, and I pulled it from the middle to slide it down, and he got this happy clown face look on him. And during the video, you don't really notice it in the time-lapse video, but in the video that I have from that night, doing the stream that night, I just started cracking up the way it looked. It was funnier than crud. When I just pulled this, it kind of reminded me the way the center of the letters moved, because it was like his whole mouth just stretched out, and it had this almost like a Joker smile from the original Batman Joker, you know. But anyway, here's where we're at so far. Like I said, we're just starting to get into that C. I would really like to plug away and get that C done this weekend if I could. I hope maybe I can. We'll see how things go. But again, I do want to thank everybody for stopping by, checking us out. If you ever have any questions, like I said, just Facebook me, email me. I'm more than happy to help out with whatever I can. If you want to order something, more than happy to help you set up an order and get it set up and get you what you want. So don't forget to go over and check out Mailworks too. His stream will start up here in about a half an hour, maybe a little less now. He normally starts up about 9. So go check out Mailworks stream. And otherwise, we will be back on Monday night for Medium Project Monday. So you all have a great weekend, and we will see you later. Peace.